everyone, it's Kiss
and Jess.
Welcome to Good Mom,
Bad Mama.
Mama.
Live
Guys,
in studio number 3.
I thought it was 4. This is 3, you're right.
This is 3?
Well, officially 3, unofficially 4, because we tried over there and that didn't work.
True.
So, welcome to our new and improved studio. These are all reclaimed pieces from my home, basement, and my dining room.
Yeah.
And we're still in the playroom. We just moved the kitchen over.
Bougie broke, yo.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Bougie broke.
We're so bougie broke. I should get a shirt that say BB. Bougie broke.
Bougie and broke?
I would never wear that.
No, because that word actually isn't in our vocabulary. We are not broke.
You're right. I mean,
no.
According to who? What part?
We're not.
According to the 5%, we're super broke. Jessica, we're recording episode number 13. I'm so excited. This is part 2 of our anticipated and much awaited postpartum episode. Do you want to tell our audience why we're recording a part 2?
Oh, sure. I'll confess why we have to do a part 2. Because when we were recording part 1, Kissy didn't charge her phone. And so it died mid-episode, and we lost about 15 minutes worth of material, and we were like, nope, not recording that again. So
I blame Apple. Their batteries are supposed to last forever. Fine, it was definitely my fault.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. But it gave us a great opportunity because we were like, actually, let's wait a minute to record episode 2, and then so that we can bring someone on and hear their experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're so excited to introduce you all to our friend.
Wait, hold on. Before we do that, let's recap.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Okay. So just as a reminder, if you didn't listen or if you did, in that episode, we were really talking about the differences between baby blues and postpartum depression, and where you were like, yep, I had postpartum depression, to where I was like, I'm pretty sure it was the baby blues. One, because it didn't last as long, right? It was about 6 weeks, I think, for me. And then also like I was still bonding, but then also I was able to kind of quickly snap out of it, where like you had to really make moves of like, okay, I need to fix this part, right? So I can feel right. And so that's kind of where we left off. And so we're gonna hear someone else's experience and see what they experience.
Who also
has 3 times.
They've experienced it 3 times?
No, I said that word 3 times.
Experience.
Yeah.
Experience. It's an experience of an experiential lifetime. Guys,
shut up, Jessica.
So we're so excited to introduce you to our friend, the one and only
Kelly.
So excited.
Hey.
Hey, I'm going to change your name because your name is not ... Oh.
I'm surprised.
But the kid's not a secret. By the way, I think her kids are napping right there, and I think they're a little awake. No, they're super awake. We woke up late today, but
let us out.
It's a forced nap. I'm gonna do it, Kelly. Absolutely not. Absolutely. I did everything. Oh wait, I went louder. Hey, Cal. So I'll ask you some questions. This is very impromptu. Is that the word? Very we don't have a script right now, so we're just gonna ask you
some personal
off the. Is that what they say? Yeah. Off the script. We're gonna freestyle. Kelly, how many kids do you have?
I have 2.
Oh, what are their ages?
Almost 4 and just turned 1 in April.
Right, the older one's a boy, right?
And one boy, one girl.
One of each. So she, talking about our last episode, Kelly probably felt really good about having both. 2 and done. One of each and done.
Closed. This is closed.
Baby making machine is closed. So tell us, with your first, what was your experience like with your boy? Like your pregnancy. Like what was let's start with the pregnancy. What was the pregnancy like?
Terrible. Hated it. Hated every second of it.
Same.
Didn't like it for 1 single minute.
Why?
I'm like such a baby with like the slightest bit of pain. Like if I buy new shoes and an hour and they're hurting, I'll never wear them again.
Break your shoes in ever.
No, my feet will bleed.
Gosh, okay. But I'm gonna tell you, okay, I've had a pair of shirts where that's it. Shirts.
My shirts hurt too.
I had a pair of shoes that did the same thing, and then I wore them again, and then it never happened. You just gotta break them up. Yes.
I know. I'm a baby. I'm a big baby. And so everything was changing about me and I just hated it. Didn't like any second of it.
Right? That's such a Kelly sound, right? I don't like it.
Who made that sound? I think it's like glitching.
Sorry.
It's Zoom. Hey, we're dealing with it.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so like what was changing specific? Like do you have specifics of like what was changing?
Ooh, no, I think I blacked it out. I do. Because I had a second one because I blacked it out so much.
Oh, okay.
So
Go ahead.
actually, I'm just gonna jump right into it.
Yeah.
So you've listened to the episode, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Did you have experience with either baby blues or postpartum depression?
I think mine was baby blues. It hit a few different ways. At first, I had a terrible birth with him, like enough so that I scheduled Claire to have a C-section. So I knew day and time in C-section and I wouldn't have to birth him. So I think I was very traumatized from that. And then he was like great for the first 3 weeks and it was like week 3 hit and he didn't know how to sleep. And I learned you have to teach them how to sleep. I had no idea. So I'm like sitting there like with this crying baby and my sister-in-law comes in and she's like, you have to teach him how to sleep. And I was like, no way. He's fine. He just slept for 3 weeks. And she's like, no, I promise you, you have to teach him how to sleep. So we did, and he napped that day. And then sleep got better because I read, just like Izzy, every single blog, book, podcast on sleep training and sleep trained him. And by 3 months, he was sleeping through the night.
Yeah.
But breastfeeding was hard for me because I didn't want to do it. But I kept trying because I thought you had to, but it was like not me at all. I like my stomach hurt anytime I was like, oh my God, it's time to feed him. And so I struggled with that for like a few weeks. And then finally I was like, I'm just not going to do it. And he's going to be just fine. So with Claire, I didn't even try, like right out of the hospital. I didn't even try, which was really helpful the second time around. I just like made choices that made life easier. And that's why I think it was baby blues, just like getting used to being a mom and things that come with it and not as much like postpartum depression.
What were you experiencing that made you think that maybe you had baby blues, like physically or mentally?
I just wanted to be back at work, like time to myself. I would cry if he got up early from a nap. Like I wanted things to go like very like scheduled and like on the right track, which like that's my life. I'm like very used to like it working out. And then if he got up early or wouldn't eat or that's why like you say 1:30, I'm on the Zoom at 1:30.
It's me. Go on.
It's you. You're the problem. It's you.
100%. Very self-aware.
Hi, it's me.
But also because being back at work, I was then like happier when I was home. So I knew it was just like temporary. Like I wanted to go back to work. I love working. So I'm the type who like work all day and then come home and like be able to give it my all. Versus like be home all day with them. Not for me. Breastfeeding, not for me.
Well, I know that both of us experienced like lack of appetite. Did you have that too?
Not lack of appetite, more like didn't have time, felt like I didn't have time to eat.
Did you find yourself still needing to pee a lot?
Oh, yes. It's never changed. It just got way worse and then still kind of worse.
Can I say that about you?
What?
Pees a lot. Like Kelly, everywhere she goes, needs to pee.
Like, where is this conversation?
No,
going?
okay, so Kelly before and after anywhere, right? Oh, so there are these like memes out there like
I'm like once every 90 minutes.
Yeah, she's constantly peeing. Like you can't go out with Kelly and her not needing to stop for a bathroom break. She's always been like that before kids. So me, I was never like that. Like I would hold my pee forever. I was like the perfect teacher. I wouldn't use the bathroom until I was getting pregnant. I realized I had some like issues. But after kids, like there's like memes out there. It's like if you're in your 30s or if you've had kids, like you know you need to use the bathroom before you leave your house. Don't even try peeing yourself. Like don't try leaving and acting like you can wait till you get somewhere because of like the incontinence and like
I don't have this.
So I'm like, that's why I asked that, because I'm like, did you need to be more or less? Like, no, it's gotten worse. Okay, I get it.
No, back to Kelly normal, which is still bad compared to everyone else.
Got it. Got it. Good to know. Good to know. So Kelly, you said it was like a little bit of baby both, more like baby blues with your first. What about with your second?
No, I was like so busy with Kieran and I
Kelly,
just made choice. What?
ask you what your pregnancy. I'm sorry. Can I ask you what your pregnancy was like with your second? Like after learning from your first, I know you said you blocked it out. What was pregnancy like, or what did you like prepare yourself for with your second?
I think I'm like, if I know what's coming, I'm okay. So like this one was so easy. Like I almost was like, oh my God, that was 9 months. Because I knew the pains that would come. I knew the morning sickness that would come. And so I like almost half the time forgot I was pregnant. It was also different because with him I was pregnant in the summer, which is like so hot and not fun. And with her it was more like a winter pregnancy.
And
Um, but with her, I just like when she was born, I made choices that like helped me. So like didn't breastfeed at all, like didn't even try. Like went right to formula. Started sleep training like right away because I knew what I was doing. So it was like things that helped make it easier to like A, have a second, but B, like just live with a newborn.
was there anything like baby blue wise that kind of like hit you just the like, because you are like very, scheduled. Now there's two. So whereas there anything like, I know you said that with Kier, you kind of like you would cry when you would wake up from naps early. Now there's two in the game. Like, yeah, you started sleep training her early, but now you have another one who doesn't nap, and it's like you're dealing with that. Was there anything that crept in for you, like with having
With
two?
her, I think it was more like sadness around like losing Kieran as my only one. Cause like me and John would do everything with him. Like we both did bath, we both did bed, we both read books. And now it was like we had to split up to like do different things. So it was more like sadness around that, losing that aspect of like the family of three, because now we're four.
Claire should never hear this.
She won't. Claire, don't listen. Now they're the best and they love each other so much.
She'll hear it in 10 years and be like, oh my gosh, I broke the family up. Now I need to be therapized.
And now you're the best.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, well, that's so funny. I did not realize that we had so many similar experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible birth for the first one, absolutely horrible birth story, which maybe we'll talk about on an episode.
My second one was even worse and it was scheduled.
Oh, was it?
That's
Well, the afterwards. I like died after it.
Oh, with the C-section?
Yeah, yeah. Like the C-section was great. It was like 4 minutes long. What? You're muted.
tell us.
Okay. Where to start? I had the C-section literally 4 minutes, like in and out. It was great. And then like an hour after, I was like holding her in the bed, like, we're out of the room and everything. And I'm like, John, take her, like something's wrong. And I just like fainted. TMI was bleeding inside like everywhere. And I also had RSV, so I had like terrible chest cold, terrible headache, everything. So whatever, it was like kind of normal. I lost a lot of blood, but it was kind of normal. But then I got this like terrible headache, like terrible, like couldn't even sit up, terrible headache for like 3 straight days. They had to make me stay over a fourth day. They couldn't figure out what was wrong. Ended up I had a spinal fluid leak from the epidural before the C-section. And the only way to fix it is to get another epidural where they like patch it up. And then at the minute after they did that, I was like healed and better. And it was like a horrible, like, you expect to be in the hospital being like, I can, relax and be away. No, I was just like laying flat in my bed, like dead. I don't even think I was texting people, right? Because I probably was like, I don't think I was talking to you. It was terrible. So
I'm like, you told me like right after, like, this was terrible. They couldn't figure out what was going on. And I had RSV. I was like, yeah. Oh my gosh. I didn't know about the second epidural. I don't even think you remembered it.
no.
Wow.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, body's not meant to give birth.
Yo. Okay.
No, I feel like the same thing too, because I've had 3 C-sections. But it's
Yeah.
my hips, my doctor told me too, my hips just don't. He's like, basically, your hips won't separate. Your hips separate during birth to fit the baby, and he's like, yours don't. I'm like, yeah, okay. So
I guess I wasn't built to give birth either.
Well, you were. You got 3 out of you.
Whatever they came out. Wow, that's intense. I'm just thinking about that epidural because that's painful. But even like going through all of that, it still didn't affect the way that like you were when you brought the baby home.
No, I think I was like so grateful to like have survived that.
For you, which was easiest? Not with everything that you were dealing afterwards, like the aftermath of like the spinal fluid or anything. Which birth was easiest? Vaginal or C-section? Ooh.
Definitely C-section. I had no contractions. I had no pain. It was like, take this epidural, cut you open, take this baby out, you're done.
Absolutely. And okay, wait. So then you can actually respond to this. Which recovery is better?
I think if I had a C-section first and was able to sit around with the baby, I would have it would have taken longer. But with a toddler, you cannot sit. So I was like forced to like be active after a C-section. So that was way easier. And all that downstairs was like just perfect.
Yeah.
So C-section, I guess.
Wow, look at that. Look at it, everybody. See? Yeah. We're stamping it. Go get
Schedule them, walk right in, have your bag, you showered, no contractions.
Wow, no contractions. Okay. I actually got contractions on my third one. And I had to teach from a chair because I was like, I cannot go into labor because the next day was my scheduled C-section. I was like, I can't go into labor. Like,
why not?
Thank heavens that you didn't like bleed or like fluid.
That's cool though.
I'm sure you were. Everything worked out.
Those second and third babies walk right out sometimes. You were lucky.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Kelly. No, I'm just like, thank you. I know. I was just going to say thanks for sharing that, especially because we've talked about, you've covered a few like things we've talked about, right? Which is the baby blues or whatever, but also the breastfeeding part, which we talked about, which I think is comforting to hear that you were just, it didn't work for me. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Yeah. Which I think is empowering to talk about.
Oh yeah. No one could convince me otherwise. I was like, nope, not for me. Done.
And I tried, like I said in the episode, I tried on my second, and then on the third, I was like, absolutely not. It's not worth it.
My clincher was like, my sister had rented this party bus for her husband's like 30th birthday, maybe. And I bring this pump on the bus, and I'm pumping on the bus. I'm pumping in the brewery. I was like, nope, this is done.
Never doing this again. Alcohol over breast milk. Wow, guys. Who's the good mom and who's the bad mom?
I'm the good mom.
Exactly. Oh, okay. Well, thanks, Kelly. Yes, thank you for coming on and sharing. You're absolutely not.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy dinner at 3:00. Okay. Bye. Bye.
Well, thank you guys for joining us today and hearing Kelly's side of her 2 pregnancies and all of her absolutely not. Maybe, hopefully, right? She said something that you were able to connect to. Yeah. And hopefully it was great to just hear from someone else besides us too.
Seriously. And if you've had both vaginal and C-section or both, like one or the other, and you'd love to share your story, we would love to hear it. I feel
share a story about anything. If you want to be on our show, let us know.
Please, like we're welcoming to anyone who wants to be front and center.
And even better, if you're close to us, you can be in our studio.
For real. I mean, I don't know how we would fit a third chair. We'd be like,
you would sit right there.
You have to sit right there. But what do they need to do, Jessica?
Like, share, comment, subscribe.
I said subscribe. That's like library. Bye.